Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you want to see how I created this look, bit of like a, you know, bronzy smoked out eye and a ponytail extension, keep watching. I just sat down to film this and my camera battery wasn't charged. Welcome to my life. I'm just like so bad at charging my batteries. My phone's always dead, everything just dead. So I'm just gonna start off. First step, I'm gonna prime. This is the Too Faced Major Hangover Primer. Okay, so my face is primed and I'm going to do my eyes before the rest of my face. I usually don't do this, but I think I'm gonna go for like a smoky eye. And I feel like if I do my eyes after, I'm gonna get heaps of fallout under my eyes. So I'm just gonna like do my eyes first. Now the concealer that I'm going to use over my eyelid is the new Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. Now I have used this, it's got really good coverage, it's quite like thin feeling, but I feel like it does like sort of not crease under the eye, but goes like almost like it's coming off. Like, you know when you have really dry skin and you put like foundation or whatever on it and it kind of goes like patchy? That's what it's been doing under my eyes and I'm not sure why. So I'm only going to use it on my eyelid as like a base for my eyeshadow. I have real veiny eyelids, so we need to cover those bad boys, don't we? I'm going to use a beauty blender. My eyelash extensions are cooked at the moment. I really need to get them done. I was meant to get them done yesterday, but then I had to wait at home for the table and chairs to arrive and they never did. So I was really freaking pissed off about that. So it's got actually really good coverage, like it's covered up all those veins. Oh, say bye. Big lash, what's happened? We're honestly just gonna have to ignore my lashes because it's just not right. Okay, the palette I'm gonna use for the most part, I think, until I need some like darker colors, is the Norvina palette. There's baby screaming, I'm not sure if you can hear that. Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just going to take the really light shade called Base and gonna apply that to my whole lid just so I can blend all of my, yeah, see look, the concealer on my eye is actually really good. Like it's not creasing or anything, but it's just when I put it on my under eye area it like separates. And I remember talking to Shan about it when we were in Bali, and she was like, you need to work really fast because it dries really quick, but I feel like I kind of do, and it still just goes kind of patchy on my eye. But anyway, maybe it's just my skin, maybe it's just me. Okay, so I've now set my eye with that plain base color, and I'm just going to start building up the crease with some browns. So I'm going to use this shade here and shade here. Let's just do it. And I might add a bit of Eccentric, which is that warm orangey color, because I feel like that's just always quite like flattering when you bring those warmer colors in. Well, it is on me anyway. I've always done like warm even when it's like real smoky. Like I always add in a bit of orange. I feel like it just makes like a real big difference. Gonna blend in some of that orange now. Just kind of like brings it together, doesn't it? Now I'm going to take some of that Volatile, which is the darkest shade, and like focus it more kind of below the crease-ish and like pack it onto my lid. God, I think I've like reminded myself why I don't usually do eyes first, because it literally just looks so messy and like so wrong until like the base is done on me. Like, look at me. What's happened? Now I'm gonna grab the Norvina palette again, and I'm just gonna go in with that darkest shade Volatile, but this time with like a flat shader brush. This is a MAC one. I don't really have any MAC brushes apart from this one, and I'm just gonna pack that on my actual lid. Look at that fallout. Like I hadn't bloody done my base. Imagine it. Look like I was doing some sort of Halloween look. My eyes are looking very dark, looks like I've been punched in both eyes at this point. I am going to take a little bit of black. Now this is just off this palette, the Naked 2 by Urban Decay. Clearly I'm not a fan of this one because it's like literally hasn't been touched. It's just all cool tone, but I am, sorry, going to go against the rules and use a little bit of black, but I'm just going to like pop it along my lash line using like the tip of the brush, and then I'm just gonna blend it upwards, like kind of like smoke it out on my lid. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what this looks like on camera, but it's looking alright from what I see in the mirror. So I'm going to clean up underneath and then I'm going to start on my base. Okay, now that that is all wiped off, I'm going to start on my foundation. So I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC38. And I'm just going to take it on a flat top brush. This is just one of those like AliExpress quartz. Jazz gave it to me. Anyway, so I'm just going to take it on a brush on my face first, and then I'm going to go over it with a beauty blender. God, this foundation's so thick, I forget. So good though, such good coverage. My tactic with a brush is always literally just to like spread it round. Like I want it evenly all over my face, and then I like figure out if I need to do, if I need to use the beauty blender just to like smooth it out. But with a brush, that's literally what I do. Like I just want to make sure that I've covered all of my face. Looking absolutely terrifying. I'm now moving on to my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, yeah, it's good. Which is my absolute favorite. I use the shade Light, but I just bang it on under my eyes. I feel like you can kind of use any foundation. I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion. Any foundation. Sometimes I literally just put like a BB cream on, as long as I conceal properly. Like concealer is like the main event. Like it's a big show and concealer is the main act. I don't necessarily use it to like highlight on my forehead and stuff, but under my eyes, wow, it changes everything. So I blend it kind of in like a triangle kind of shape. Then I just use whatever's left on my chin and on my nose. But already, like it looks real white now and it looks ridiculous, but you just need to bear with me because it all works out in the end, alright? I know what I'm doing, even though it doesn't seem like it. Right, so it's looking super bright under my eyes. I'm now going to set under my eyes. I used to bake. I've kind of gone through a stage of just like not baking and just lightly setting it. So I'm going to use my Cover FX powder. This is just the perfect setting powder. And I guess it's translucent. Yep, translucent light. So I just bang a bit of this on, and I'm using like a little, pretty sure this is like a highlighting brush, but it's really like nice and soft and light feeling. And that's what I want, because I don't want anything really dense, because then it just packs it on too much. So I get quite a bit on the brush, and then I just lightly tap it under my eyes, and then just sort of like blend it away. I feel like it just looks so much nicer than like actually baking it, because when I bake it, it sometimes just looks so thick. And this way it's not going to move, but it still looks like just glowy, you know. I'm then just going to take a little bit more of that powder and kind of tap it over my face. I don't like to set my whole face like hard out, like I don't like to chuck a whole lot of powder on there, but I just like to put a bit, especially where I'm going to contour, because I don't want my brush like sticking and going all funny. So I do just like tap it around, and then obviously across here, like where I sweat in my forehead, like I just really lightly tap it over. And then it's just going to be, you know, just the right amount. So this is how my skin's looking. Like it's matte, but it's not looking dry. I just look ridiculous. I need to do my eyebrows. Okay, so I've got my eyebrows tattooed, but ever since going darker with my hair, I've just been using an eyeshadow to go through my brows. So I use the Volatile. Shit is the big star. I've been using Volatile this whole tutorial. And that's again from that Norvina palette. And I literally just outline where the tattoo is. Like I just follow it, keeping most of the product in the tail, and then I just like to have like quite a defined line underneath. I do like to just go through the front a wee bit with whatever's left over on the brush. Now that I've gone through there with my shadow, I'm just going to go through with my Gimme Brow, and this is in the shade 3. So I just brush that through. It adds a bit of thickness, bit of texture, and also keeps my hairs in place. Now moving on to contouring, contouring, bronzing, and highlighting. I'm going to use my trusty Hoola by Benefit with a flat NARS brush. I've had this for so long, what a joke. All I do with this is I literally take it just under my cheekbone and I wiggle it back and forth and I leave it, because I'm going to I literally line it up with my ear and I just wiggle it, and it looks cooked now, but once I add all the other products it all comes together. I'm next going to take MAC Give Me Sun, which is a mineralized skin finish. This is what I use to bronze. See how that line has just blended in now? Taking that all around the perimeters of my face. So I'm bronzing slash contouring with this. Taking it under my jawbone. And then I also run a little bit down the sides of my nose. And then I take whatever is extra on the brush down my neck, because my neck is so much lighter than, obviously my shoulder is a lot darker. So I just run it down. For blush, I'm going to use Milani Luminoso number 505. I never used to use blush because I do have quite red cheeks, but I don't know, I randomly just started using it and now I can't stop. So focusing that on the apples of my cheeks and blending up. See, look at the difference, just brings the face alive. Okay, I've just run and turned off the lights behind me and I feel like this lighting is so much better. So that's just great, the whole video is gonna be cooked. I really like this blush because it got a bit of sheen to it, and you guys know I'm a glossy gal. I love a bit of a glowy look. Okay, so that is my blush and my contour bronzer done. I'm now gonna highlight, which is my favorite part. I'm gonna use the Fenty highlight, which is Afternoon Snack Mo Honey. So it's got two sides to it. I'm using that same brush that I used to set under my eyes, but obviously there's no more powder on it. This highlight is so nice. I used it heaps when I was in Greece and Croatia. I mixed the two together and I just apply it in that kind of C shape. Look at that. It's just this beautiful gold sheen, which is what we want, people. I also love this highlighter, another one from Jazz. See, it doesn't even have it's just numbers on the back. But it's Smashbox Cross Vlada, V-L-A-D-A. And I just focus that again on the tops of my cheeks. And it just looks really wet, it's like a wet highlight, which I love because it is just so fine. I don't know if you can see from there, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But yeah, I just focus that right there to make that part. I'm going to finish off my eyes, so I'm going to take that palette again, the Norvina palette. I'm taking a little flat brush and I'm going to take the lightest shade, which is Dreamer, which is this gold shade, and I'm just going to run it under my brow for a bit of a brow highlight situation happening here. That's going to happen on the other side as well. Don't know why I'm singing. And I'm taking it as well on my inner corner. And I'm going to take it not all the way onto my eye, but just to brighten up that area. I do kind of blend it out onto my eyelid. But not by heaps, just so it's not this one just spot of highlight, because I am going to add others on top. This is literally just think of it like a base for the highlight. So I'm taking this little blending brush. I honestly don't know what it's called. It's got no label on it, so sorry guys. And I'm literally just popping a little bit of pigment right on the end. So I'm going like that into the palette. And then I'm just gonna start, oh by the way, I use the color Incense, so it's like a light brown, which is from the same palette. And I'm just gonna start smoking it out. I'm focusing the color in the middle section of my eye, not so much out to the edge. Obviously a little bit to join it up, but focusing most of it in that mid section of my lower lash line. On this little pencil brush, I'm going to take the tiniest bit of this iridescent goldy kind of highlight right where I put that gold before, but just focusing it right there and not taking it up onto my eye at all. I'm just going to coat my bottom lashes with the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. Mascara and face is all done. I'm now just going to line my lips with the XO Beauty Lip Pencil in the shade Marie. The only part I'm overdrawing is from here to here, just because I would like the corners of my lips to be a bit bigger. Like I feel like most of the filler is in this part, which like I don't hate, but I would just like it to be like a little bit more full on the outside, which I can do with makeup, so no worries. I just overline a wee bit, you know. I honestly love this color. I wonder if she sent me one of the, like a lipstick that pretty much is this color. This isn't far off. This is called Deja Vu. I'm just gonna put a bit on. Oh yeah. It's a bit more nude coloured. That's quite a good combo, isn't it? Such a nice nude, it's not too brown. Amazing. Setting my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is the finished makeup look. I feel like I wasn't really sure what I was doing. Eyes are always just a bit, you know, how's it going? But I feel like once I do the base, it all just comes together and we're a bit alright. We can work with it. I'm now gonna do my hair. I'm gonna take you into the bathroom. I think I'm gonna use my ponytail extension, which I'm hoping will match my hair a little bit better, because when I was in Bali using it, I noticed that my hair color, like the color that it is dyed now, was a bit darker. This is my extension. I'm gonna go give it a brush and then I'm gonna show you how I put it in. Usually I get Vita, my boyfriend, to help me, but I did it myself in Bali. So I'll show you how to do it yourself, because I feel like that's a bit more, you know. Okay, I'm a bit unsure about this lighting, but anyway, my hair extension is from Zala. Not sponsored, bought it myself. This is the second one. Obviously the sound's gonna be a bit different because I'm in the bathroom. This is my second one. I can't remember what color this was. Sorry, I'll try and write it in the description. There's a little knot in it. I'll try and write it in the description if I remember it. But yeah, I feel like their ponytails are pretty good quality. I usually, like, I don't often use heat tools on them. My blonde one I did, I curled it and it went all cooked, like from the curls, like it went all matted when I wore it. But that's just brushing it and it goes quite like sleek but kind of natural, like it has a bit of like a natural curl to it at the bottom. This is the second to longest one. I feel like the longest one just looks a little bit too fake, but that's just my preference. So here I go. Basically all you're gonna need is a hairbrush to get like it kind of slicked back, some good heavy duty hair ties just for your ponytail before, because obviously the weight of the extension is going to be sitting through your like real hair, so you want that to be really secure, and then bobby pins. So basically what I do is I brush my hair back depending on how I want my ponytail. Like I've done it a few times with like the side parting, and that looks really cool. But basically I just brush my hair all the way out so that there's no like knots through it, and then then I'm going to take my heavy duty hair tie, flip my hair forward. If you need to, use a comb, use some hairspray. Cool, so now you're going to take your extension. It's got this little clip, and basically I'm just going to flick my hair forward again, slide the clip into my ponytail, and then using, I don't know if you can even see, but using the Velcro at the base of the ponytail, I'm just gonna twist it around. I find flipping my head forward is the best way, because then I have got like all my hair out of the way. And then just, you wanna just wrap the hair around to hide like the clip at the top, like the Velcro kind of area at the top. And then all I'm going to do is just secure it with some bobby pins. I like to shove more bobby pins into like the base of the ponytail as well, because it's not just to hold like the piece of hair that you've wrapped around, it's kind of to hold that whole part in. So I find like all of like the areas around the base, and I just push bobby pins in to it to hold it in place. But how cute. It actually looks so real. Like, does that not look real natural? Amazing. So that is my hair and makeup done. Amazing. I'm gonna go get my outfit on and start some pre-drinks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you, I've just poked myself in the jaw, I will see you in my next video. Bye.